Welcome to St Luke's Church, Ramsgate's introduction to how to access iKnow. You will receive an email with some details of what's involved and what you need to do. And you need to click this link underneath. All you need to do now to get started is click the link below to set your password. So you click that link, and it'll take you through to this login screen, and you type in your password. So and it needs to be one that contains letters and numbers. Probably no useless thing. And then you click set new password, and it says your password has now been changed. It will then take you to the login. Now, going back to the email, in future this link won't work. You'll need to just click on the iKnow link or save the iKnow link so you can access this screen. You'll come to this, so you type in your username, which in this case is my email, and then you type in the password again, and that takes you through. You then need to read through the iKnow terms and conditions and click accept and continue, and then you access to the main iKnow dashboard. And here you've got events coming up at St Luke's. If you join a team and they put you on a rota, then there'll be reminders here about when you're next on the rota coming up, which can be very useful. There's a beautiful verse here, a verse from the Bible each day, and some things to pray about here. And there's some advertisements on the side, which we're putting up here. And so here you can click this, and that'll take you to the link for this coming Sunday service. And that one takes you to the link about the talks that are coming up. To check your details, you need to click Me. Now notice you won't have access to other people's details. No one has access to all the details apart from the vicar and curate and administrator. We have access to everything. But everyone else is very limited in what they can see for other people. We may have a few others that are allowed to access people's details that will need to, but they'll be very carefully selected people in the church. And team leaders will be able to see your picture and contact you using the system, but they won't be able to access any other details. So I've clicked Me at the top here, and we've got this screen here, and you can check out your details. So I can check my name, I call myself John Smith here, random date of birth I've chosen, I'm definitely male, and you can add other things like relationship status and so on if you want to. That's not that important. Then we've also got permissions here. So these are things that we've asked before of you in filling in forms to keep your contact details. So here we got and you might want to change those from no to yes or whatever. So this one, if the vicar is asked for your contact details, can you share them with other church members? So that's something I would only do if I thought it was appropriate. So sometimes someone asks me, can you tell me so-and-so's phone number, because I want to ask them something, and if I think that's okay, then I'll give them that number. But if you don't want me to do that, then make sure you click no there. And about once a year we send out a letter just asking people to consider their giving to the church. Again, we'd like to do that as many people as possible, but if you don't want to receive that, make sure that no is clicked there. There's other information down here which you can't edit, but we can, and it's for our information, so it's just nice to know when you started. Obviously, you don't need to be able to edit if you're on the electoral roll, because you need to fill a form in to join the electoral roll, and we can then say that. And for recruitment for work with vulnerable adults or children, we need to know whether we've seen a DBS and so on of you. So again, you can't edit that, but we can. And the bottom here is very important. It shows who you can be contacted by, how you want happy to be contacted. We encourage everyone to have all of these ticked. As I said, only a few people will be able to contact you using the system about church things. But obviously, if you don't want to be contacted in any of those ways, then make sure you untick like that. And this, I give permission for my data to be stored. We've ticked that on the assumption you filled in the form in the past and signed it. Obviously, if you don't want your data to be stored, you can untick that, but then we probably have to remove you from the system, so please don't do that. To check your address, click Set Address, and you can either fill in the address or select it here. So 6 Story Lane, there we go. And you can put the home phone number in there if you want as well. And make sure you click Save whenever you do make any changes, otherwise they don't happen. It's really useful if you could add an image. This is particularly useful for the new curate coming, so you can get to know people more easily, and also for team leaders to see who they're putting in rotas if you join a team. So you click change image. You can choose one from Twitter, or you can upload an image. So I'm going to upload one from my desktop, which I've prepared here. There you go. It's a beautiful picture of me. Alias John Smith in this case, but my normal name. So it's useful. You can add a picture and add holidays as well. This is really useful. So if you're on a team and people want to put you on a rota, if you put your holiday dates in, then they won't be able to put you on a rota when you're on holiday. And for holiday, read any reason you won't be at church. So if you know that every other week you have to go and care for your great aunt or something and you're not around, please put those dates in as well. And that means that we can't put you on a rota for those dates, and that makes organisation in the church much easier. So clearly choose a start date for your holiday. So I'm going to go away on, say, on 25th of July and come back on the 31st and click Save Holiday. You can give it a name. We can't see these details, so it's really to help you. So you might want to say, I'm going to, I don't know, Bogdan Regis, Butlins. I'm not, by the way, but there you go. My holidays aren't that exciting. And that's just for your things, and obviously you can delete it by clicking on there, and you can add more holidays or other availabilities. So that's really useful for us in terms of if you're on a team for rotas. If you're on a rota, you'll get a notification reminding you a few days beforehand. You can, if you would rather have it the same day, you can change that to 1 day beforehand, or however many days you want. The normal one is 3 days, and obviously you want to change your password, you can use that option. If you have children, you will need to add your children. We haven't been able to move the data across about children, and it's probably useful to get up-to-date information anyway. So if you want to add a child, so you might click there. If it's an older child and they might be on a team, it is useful to have their email here so that team leaders can contact them and put them on rotas and things. They can receive reminders and things. But probably that's for older children that might be on the teams. That can be quite useful. And you can put the mobile number on as well. Obviously, date of birth we'll need to know. So let's pretend that Jane was born on the 5th of May 2015. There we go. Obviously, sex and say school year. So, so she's born in 2015. A school year would be year 2. I'm not totally sure about that. But anyway, that's all that information. You go to click on Jane at the top here now. She appears. Now you've added her. And then it's really helpful. You can click the additional information. Also, you need to give permission for us to store the information. So do click that. So you can put your emergency contact name. So can we use the child's picture for printed publicity? You can choose that, yes or no. That's fine. Whatever you want to do. And for internet publicity, that again. Obviously, we need the GP's numbers. Very helpful in terms of any health issues, and to know about any allergies is really useful. And if you're happy for the child to come to Sunday Club, then we need you to click these permissions. Just to say that you are the legal parent guardian and you give permission for it to come. And then we're not responsible for any damage that's caused, and if there's an emergency, we can allow emergency treatment. Again, obviously, if there's issues with that, you can put that under allergies up there. And then it's, again, other information we can add. Obviously, most children can't be on an electoral roll, but being a child on this system goes up to 16, and you're 16, you can. So that's why the electoral roll thing's there. We can add year started as well. And if you're happy for your child to be contacted by email, then do click that, or mobile, text, or post, or home, whatever is appropriate. And make sure you click save. Please do that for all your children. Then we should be ready for September start for Sunday Club. So that's everything. Do make use of this. You can download an app as well if you search iKnow Church. And there'll be information at the bottom of the email about with a QR code or a number to type in, so you get the St. Luke's version of the iKnow app, and you can get podcasts from the sermons on that, see the upcoming events on the calendar, and see the latest email as well will come out through the app as well. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that really helpful.